What's up, YouTube? Name's Mark here. I'm gonna do Batman. I'm gonna do a game review actually, and it's gonna be about Batman Arkham Origins actually. I picked it up. I think the day after it got released, I picked it up, and I wasn't sure how it was gonna be. 'Cause I knew it was by a different development company, but I put it in, and it was pretty darn good. I mean, a lot of surprises in it. Um, Gameplay was pretty similar to the other two. Gadgets, some different gadgets in there, of course, because as you all know, it's a prequel to Batman Arkham Asylum. It's a prequel to both the games, Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, and it deals a lot with Blackgate Prison. And the story is, if you don't know, Batman, he's sort of kind of started being Batman. The first villains he starts meeting and whatnot, and pretty much how he becomes more of the Batman guy. Because apparently, I guess, from what I could tell the story, he's been Batman for a couple years now. The cops are at this time believing he's a vigilante, he's a bad guy, so they're trying to capture him. And you see Jim Gordon, a younger version of Jim Gordon, trying to go after the Batman, trying to stop him, put a stop to him. Why Anyway, a really good story, and the story pretty much is, like I said, he's been Batman for the last 2 years, cops going after him. A villain named Black Mask is putting out a bounty on him, and you see the world's toughest assassins, from Deathstroke to Bane, Shiva, a few others. Their names have just kind of slipped my mind. They got penguins in the game. The Riddler does a little Riddler facts, and this is like the first time he meets Riddler, but he doesn't really call him Riddler, he calls him Enigma, I believe, Enigma or something like that. But, excuse me, but overall it's a pretty good game I got right here. Pretty interesting, clever, like beast mode right there. So yeah, very good game. I'm kind of not really, this is a Batman Arkham Origins review, but I'm pretty much talking about all the games, Asylum and Arkham City, which I'm in Arkham Asylum. Joker right there with his biggest smile. So there, I can tell which is right and which is left. And of course, Arkham City, Harley Quinn. And, just more about me too. I'm a huge Batman fan. I've been a Batman fan ever since I've even known the character. I not like some fans where they really read the comics and moved on to that way. Mine was more through the Batman animated series that's on Cartoon Network back when they actually had the cartoons. But that's another discussion. Anyway, that's when I first started getting into it, and then like the Tim Burton one with Jack Nicholson and Michael Keaton, and I kind of like those movies. I mean, especially when it came to Batman and Robin, that wasn't the best. Of course, it was horrible reviews on it. But I thought, I thought they were okay. They weren't the best actually. And then finally, we got some justice, and got Christopher Nolan, Christian Bale to do the Dark Knight trilogy. Batman Begins, Dark Knight, Dark Knight Rises. And the reason I'll bring those up and Batman Arkham Origins is because while playing Batman Arkham Origins, I don't know if it was purposely done, but I thought it was pretty awesome just from the stuff I noticed in the game, and being a big fan of the Christopher Nolan Batman films. I saw a lot of interesting similarities in there. Like, there's a part in the game where you have Bruce Wayne, and he's having a little a little confrontation with Alfred, his butler. And it reminded me a lot of The Dark Knight Rises when he has that little hard discussion between the two, like where you should go out there and do what he does. Because Alfred's concerned about his health and wants him not to just go out there and pretty much just die. And so there was a little bit of some of these like that, especially during the fights with Bane. Unlike in Arkham Asylum, where it was kind of like a big BC mode, you just pretty much just run away from the guy. In this one, Bane, almost like in the movie, has a more human nature to him. He just internal between until like the very close to the end of the game. And I thought, then there's some similarities I thought there was. Like his bat suit, his Batman suit, looked pretty similar to the ones in The Dark Knight Rises. And I thought that was pretty awesome. But maybe it was just me who saw it. I don't know. I'm weird like that. And will they do a Batman 4? A friend of mine asked me that. We were discussing if they would do a Batman 4. Um, I am not really sure. But again, they could do something that leads to the Arkham Asylum because the people who beat in Batman Arkham Origins, there's a good gap, I believe, between um, Arkham Origins and Arkham Asylum, and in Arkham Origins, to my knowledge, I haven't gone through the whole game, but I don't know if Mr. Freeze is in there, or Poison Ivy, Clayface, so you have some of those certain characters in there. I don't think even Two-Face is in there yet. I don't think Two-Face is in there. And I think that'd be kind of cool to do a fourth one with those guys. How he first has a confrontation with those guys. Maybe in it, maybe Harvey Dent before he becomes Two-Face hates Batman. Who knows? And they could probably put the Joker in there and do a whole acid thing. However he gets his face disfigured and he becomes one of the main bosses at the end. I think that'd be pretty darn cool. But anyway, this lets people never watch my videos. I will go off track a lot of times, and I'm sorry about that. But back to Arkham Origins. It's a mixture of both Arkham Asylum and Arkham City because there's a lot of parts in the game where you're really enclosed into buildings, and then like in Arkham City, you're really out there gliding through the Gotham streets. And I thought the graphics were just amazing. It was a little bit more detailed in this one than previous. Combat, I was still trying to get used to because I was so used to Arkham City's, the way it was so fluid. And this one, it's fluid, but like in a different way. And not in a bad way at all. It's very different type of gameplay and fighting style, which I'm trying to get used to. I think they changed the controls of pad on a few things that really messed me up. But I just played through it once. I'm gonna try to play through it again. But anyway, it's a good game, a must play if you like the previous two games. And if you haven't got a chance to play the two games, do this one. It's fun. The story will keep you going and going and going. And I believe right when it gets to like the mid-story, there's a twist in there, and it just will blow your mind away. The people who've seen it know what I'm talking about. Because, when you first hear about the game, oh, it's about black men, something like that. There's way more to it than that. Way more. Anyway, I'll end this video, and you guys all take care, and I'll try to come up with some gameplay videos pretty soon. Still thinking about doing the Dead Space videos, which I recommend, which I talked about in my other video. But yes, please send likes and comments or whatever. Tell me how bad I am at this. I really appreciate it. Anyway, take care, guys. Bye-bye.